to make a video for you guys showing off some of the wedding dresses that I tried on recently and did not end up purchasing. I know, so exciting. So, for a bit of context, I got engaged last July. Really excited. My partner and I have been together for almost 8 years now, so really fun. And we are planning on getting married next year in 2024. And I am such a plan type person. I was like, you know what? Let's go start looking for wedding dresses early. I want to go do the shopping. I want to, for sure, go to multiple different stores, multiple different places, multiple different appointments. I need to make sure I'm getting the perfect dress for me. Classic bride, like first time and hopefully only first time bride of like, it has to be about me. I have to have it perfect kind of energy. Totally me. So I booked an appointment in early mid-January for my mom, my sister, and I to go, and we had such a fun time shopping for dresses and trying them all on. And if you can believe it, I actually ended up finding my dress on the first appointment that I went to. I know, I'm kind of like still blown away by it, and I'll talk more about the dress that I actually ended up getting at the end of this video, though I'm not going to show you. You have to wait like a year to see it. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about my experience, how the shopping was, and then just going to show you guys some of the dresses that didn't end up making the cut, because when else am I going to get to try on wedding dresses and show it off? Like, it was so fun. So, as I said, I went wedding dress shopping in early January with my mom and my sister. My sister's 2 years younger than me, and my mom is my mom. We had a really good time. When we rolled up to the appointment, my mom was like, wait a minute, this place looks really familiar. I was like, well, I don't know, like, we've never gone shopping here before, so I don't know why. And as it turns out, it's the same place that my mom got her wedding dress in back in the 90s. So that was a really fun, like, little serendipitous moment that I did not plan. She did not know. It was kind of like a total fluke. So how exciting. So we walked in, and this store is like huge, and like I had never been to a wedding dress store before for friends or for family, for nothing. So I didn't know how it was gonna go. I didn't know if there was gonna be like racks and racks and racks of dresses for me to like pick some out and go back. I didn't know if I'd have like a private shopping person like helping me. I had no idea. So we show up, and it is like just like this beautiful open space with these like gorgeous gowns everywhere, and then there's some stairs going up to like some private areas. So we were taken up, my sister, mom, and I had, there were like three like boom kind of like little round circle stages that had curtains around it. And basically what happened is I had my own private stylist for the appointment, which was so nice, and her job basically was to pick dresses off based on the words I used to describe what I was looking for. And then I got to try them on and like unveil and show myself off kind of on the stage for my mom and sister sitting in chairs. So it was actually really kind of fun. It would have been really fun if I was allowed to bring more guests. The type of appointment I had, I was only allowed to have 2 guests. That's why I only had 2. But if I had known I was going to get my dress, I maybe would have included a couple extra people, like my both sets of my grandmothers, a couple of my friends, just to have everyone there. But it is what it is. You can't go back. So once we were there, I started trying on dresses right away. So I have the photos of the dresses pulled up on my computer over here, but I will put them over here for you guys to look at so you can see what I'm talking about, why I didn't like certain dresses. So let's pull up the first one. So here we go, here's the first one. So this dress, I absolutely hated. It was the first dress that I put on, and you can see by my face, I hate it. I hate it so much. Not only was it too big, so that's unfortunate. I thought the dress's fault. They could have cinched it in if I loved it or something, but it looks to me like a grandmother's dress. No offense to the grannies out there, but the lace here was very kind of like crunchy feeling, and it gave me like no shape, and like I'm not looks like it goes lace at the top, kind of has like a little bit of banding in the middle, and then quite flowy below, and the train was okay. So it was kind of like the first dress I put on. I came out from behind the curtain, so you can see in the photo what I mean about that little stage, like the little hexagon in the back, and I was like, no, absolutely not, no. And my sister and mother agreed. They also hated it, so that was great. That was really great. So next, based on the feedback that I absolutely hated that dress, the stylist put me in a bit more of a fitted top, the dress for the top. So here's the second one. You can see I like it so much more. Got those sweet thumbs up, so you know I'm having a good time. I'm so awkward, and you'll see in these photos how I'm like in like the entire appointment. I loved how the top bodice of this dress like fit me. It was much more snug, so not that the other dress was like it didn't fit me as well as the fact that I hated it. So this one did definitely fit me more snugly. You can really see it's like around my like chest, and like my rib cage is very flattering, very like bringing it in. And I loved the like kind of flowery lace detail like on the top of it. I like that it wasn't super fine lace, because a lot of lace for wedding stuff is very small and delicate, and I kind of liked that this one was like bigger looking flowers, floral kind of shapes. I also liked that like kind of see-through-y like kind of white tulle on the outside of the dress. A lot of dresses that are puffy in that way often have that underneath, and then it's kind of like an opaque fabric on top. So I kind of like that the outside of this one was more ethereal, very ethereal fairy vibes. So I did like this dress. It was a significant step up, but I knew it probably wasn't the one. Like I put it on and I was like, this is better, but this is not it. So, but it was a step forward, which is really good. So the next dress I have, this is finally when my sister's clued in to start taking pictures of the front and back. So I'll have 2 photos for every dress now. This was the third dress that I tried on, and it was okay. Again, it kind of had that crunchy lace problem with the really small like straps made of lace. I liked the top being a bit busier with the lace, but I was not a fan of how the lace at the bottom like is around my chest, and then down it kind of like makes like a V of lace, as you can see. I did not like that. I think it kind of was like, it just didn't really like flatter my body that well, in my opinion. Also, this dress kind of also had the same kind of like thin see-through kind of fabric on the outside, though it has a lot more fine light lace detailing. And here I will show you. Here's a picture of the back of it. The train is huge, and it was overwhelming to put on. I really did not like the back of this dress. You can see the lace that comes kind of down into that weird V shape is the same in the back, and I thought it just really highlighted the zipper very weirdly in the back. I didn't like it, and I just found the lace train was just a bit much for me. You can also see in this photo, I'm just holding my chest because I'm so like, oh, do I like how it's like sitting? When I get uncomfortable, I just hold my chest, and I'm like, so there are a few photos of me just like holding myself, just like very formal, very fancy. I clearly know what I'm doing. So yeah, that was the third dress. It was okay again, and that's kind of the theme of the first couple of these dresses. It was like, oh, it's nice, it's fine, but as everyone says, like, it's not what the feeling you want for the dress that you're gonna get married in. And when I did find the dress that I did end up getting, there was none of those feelings. I knew right away. So dress number 4 was actually a very, very strong contender for a dress that I really liked, and it was very different than I thought it would be. So here is dress 4. It is not a like fit and flare shape like the other ones were, where it's tight in the bodice and chest and then kind of fluffs out. This one was like a tight kind of like bodycon dress all the way down, and I can never decide if I'm like, I should say I'm plus size, I should say I'm mid-size. I don't know, and I don't really subscribe to describing your body in that way, but I usually am a size 14 for jeans and things like that, so I'm a little more conscious of the fact that, you know, like I have curves, I have an ass, I have boobs, and I was like, I just don't know if I'm gonna love like a super tight fitted dress just for like how I feel. And I put this on, and I was like, wait a minute, am I sexy as hell? Holy shit. So you'll see, the front part of it had very, very, very thin spaghetti straps, and then the top part of it was like this very, very fine detailed lace. And the only unfortunate thing that I really did not like about this dress, you can't really tell from the photo, but on the top part of the bodice, the lace was beaded, so very delicately sewn beads were all over it, and it was cutting up the inside of my arms. Like if I was moving and walking, it was just scraping all the way down. Awful, 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 awful. Unfortunate, because it was so pretty. Against all odds, I did kind of like the plunging neckline of this one, like that thin strip that went down. Found it kind of sexy. And I liked how well this dress hugged to my hips and my curves. It made much more of like an hourglass shape on me than I thought it would. I wasn't, again, the biggest fan of the train just because it was long, but I did like how it flowed better with the dress. I feel like it wasn't out like whoosh at the bottom. It kind of felt like it more fit, but it still was a bit much for me. I will especially show you. Here is the back of the same dress. Look at my butt. Sorry if you don't want to look, you don't have to. Close your eyes if you're scared to look at my butt. But I looked at this photo and I was like, holy shit, I'm a Kardashian. I don't even need a BBL. I can just wear this dress every day for the rest of my life. So I was blown away at how contoured to my butt this dress was, and you can see kind of how the way that the train kind of comes out from like just kind of below like my upper thigh. It really hugs in on the butt. So I liked the energy of it. Like I felt very like sexy, confident, beautiful in it. But I also was like a little overwhelmed and I wasn't quite sure if that was the energy I wanted on my wedding day. I didn't know if I wanted to be like a sexy model on that day, because that is just not really my energy. So it was a great dress to try. I was really happy to get to try something like that on and know that dresses of that shape actually are really flattering on me. Good information for the future. But yeah, maybe not my wedding dress. Did love it though. I liked it a lot. So this next dress, I absolutely hated. It might be my least favorite dress of all of the ones I tried on. Here it is. It's hard to look at. I understand the energy of it. It's supposed to be that like tried and true classic white ivory bride look, but I think it makes me look like a beluga whale. It was the stiffest, thickest fabric I have ever put on my body. It felt really restrictive, very starchy, kind of like really, really bad nursing scrubs, if you've ever tried those on, that just are not going to give you any stretch, any movement. If you like held one part of it up, it stayed in that position because it was so thick and starchy. Awful. You can tell by my face in this photo. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I feel like in comparison to the last dress that like really emphasized my curves, really showed off the shape of my body, this one was like, oh, what body? Actually, you're just one big white square. It just took away all of my midsection and just was eating me up alive. Like I hated it as well, because obviously the dress is too long on me. I'd have to get it tailored if it was the one I was gonna do. I lifted the dress up to like walk forward to the front of the stage, and I put the dress down, and it literally like stayed in place and like dented up. Like it made like a dent shape. It was awful. It was by far one of the worst dresses we tried on. My mom and sister also agreed. They hated it. We did like the neckline though. I will give it that. Like the off the shoulder energy was kind of cool. I feel like it's very flattering, but God, this dress was just ugly. Just ugly. I have a picture of the back of it as well. You can see my mama in that photo just going like, don't like it. And the back of it is actually somehow more flattering than the front, which is never what you want to hear about the dress you're gonna wear on your wedding day. Oh yeah, that dress looks so good on you when I can't see the front of it or your face. So great. So it also had a pretty sizable train, and that just kind of wasn't really what I was looking for. So obviously this dress was a no. And then this next dress, I think we're on like the 6th dress that I tried on, put it here, was a step up. I liked it a lot more than the one I just tried on. I loved the top part of this dress, the off the shoulder sleeves, and the really like ruched top. It was so snug on my body, but like in a good way. It like really held in my chest and my ribs, and I really felt like I would have been super secure to wear it all night long. It would not have moved around or anything would have popped out, which is awesome. I loved kind of the shape it built with my waist because it was cinching me in so tight. I feel like because the other part of the dress was like flaring out, it made me look kind of like a princess, which I really liked. I wasn't a huge fan of the bottom of this dress. It just came across a little much. It was just like a lot of fabric. That is something that like if I had liked it more, we could have like adjusted and like alterations and things could have been removed, but it was only like an okay dress. It wasn't my favorite dress, so we weren't even gonna humor that idea. I think I have, yeah. This dress also had the longest train ever. Oh my god. Here is a picture of the train. Because it's not laced, like it's fully opaque, just the same fabric as the bottom. It looks huge. It looks massive. So I don't know if I've said this, I think I have. My partner and I are getting married at a brewery. So in our local place. So it's a super chill vibe for the wedding. I'm gonna be just like wearing this dress throughout the brewery, having drinks and stuff. So a train of this length, that's gonna be that hard for me to manage, and it was just gonna be too much. And my stylist was like, oh no, like we can bustle it for you, which I still don't know what that means. But I was like, I don't want to have to be carrying something around with me. I don't want something like pinned up on it. I kind of want my dress to just be simple the day of. So it was a no for me. And then I think if I have this correct, yes, this is the last dress that I tried on before I found the one that I ended up getting. This is dress number 7. I did not like it. You can see by my face, I did not like it. It had this very odd, like pointed top part of the bodice that I felt made my shoulders look very broad, like very wide. And like I do have naturally broader shoulders, but like I looked at myself in this and in photos after, and I was like, no, like that is not the area I want to be accentuating on my wedding day. I didn't mind how the bodice of it connected to the bottom. I thought that part was quite flattering. And then the bottom part of the dress is just okay. Like it's just a lot of extra fabric, very like pillowy, kind of like princess shape, but wasn't my favorite overall. I do also have a photo of this one from the back. You can see here, also a lot of train. And you'll see in this photo here, my stylist actually gave me some like add-on straps that we added to it to give it kind of that off-the-shoulder shape that I liked a bit more from the other dresses. But I still did not like it. So it was still a no. So those were the 7 dresses that I tried on. And then, I don't think I've mentioned this, I might have. I knew I wanted to try on all these wedding dresses, get the experience, put on the white lace, put on the ones with the long train, have a veil on, the whole thing. But I have known I do not want a white wedding dress. So at this point in the appointment, my stylist, I was like, hey, I know this is going to be a weird request, but do you have dresses in other colors that I could try on? And she was like, yeah, like we do. None of them are bridal though, like they won't have the big train and they're not going to be as lacy. And I was like, no, that's okay actually. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And she was like, okay. And so I told her the color of the dress that I wanted, which is red. I've always wanted a red wedding dress. You cannot tell, I love red. And she was like, I don't know if we're gonna have anything like that, but let me go look. And I was like, thank you. So she came back and she had one gown with her, beautiful red gown, and she's like, okay, I have this color in this dress. It's the only one we have in the store. It's the only size we have, and there is absolutely no way for us to order this dress in a different size for you if you like it. We don't have connections with the stylist at all anymore. So it's this dress as is with alterations, and if you don't like it, doesn't fit it, then you can't have it. And I was like, yeah, that's okay, no worries. I just want to try it. I want to put myself in a gorgeous red dress and see how I feel. So, a stroke of luck, a message of serendipity, I suppose. I put this dress on, and I was like, I knew, like I just knew immediately. I was like, this is it. This is the dress. It is so beautiful. It fits me like a glove. I will need to get some alterations on the length of it, but the top bodice part fits me so well and is so flattering compared to all of the other dresses I tried on. I was blown away. And it just, like, I put it on and I was like, this is me. Like, this is exactly what I've been looking for and like what I think is gonna look so beautiful on me on my day. The stylist was so confused. She was very happy, but she was so confused. Like, why is this bride like asking me for this weird red gown? And now she doesn't want to veil and she doesn't want to train. And I feel kind of bad. I could have confused her, but I just knew right away. I was like, this is perfect. This is it. So I purchased the dress that day, and I'm going to go through the process of altering it over the summer because again, our wedding's not until early next year. So yeah, that's kind of the crazy speedy version of how I got my wedding dress in one day. Kind of crazy. So I will definitely keep you guys updated on how that whole process is going. Once we get married and everything, I'll show you pictures of the dress, but I kind of want to keep that offline just until, it's done. But I'll give you guys a year's worth of anticipation to see it if you still follow and are interested in me by that point. So there you go. That is just a fun little insight into dress shopping for me. It was my first time and I had such a good experience. I would really recommend for anyone going to go shopping for any kind of gown or wedding attire, suits, anything like that, going to a place that specializes in it and that also offers you like a stylist that does helps you pick out options, lets you try things on, uses your feedback to find other things for you. It was really quite like a fun experience for me and my family, and we had such a good time. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending when you watch this video. And I will catch you in the next one. Thanks so much, everybody.